Greetings from Iran. I am Niloofar Yazdkhasti, an independent museum professional and founder of an initiative cultural account, The Museum Matters. I have worked on this article titled Iranian Cultural Heritage and Artificial Intelligence Narration, Innovation and Creation under the supervision of Professor Makram Mystery, head of the Digital Heritage Department of University of Polytechnic, Oudoud France, and Dr. Mohammad Hekmat, a museologist and university lecturer. The research paths of cultural heritage and artificial intelligence have increasingly found shared interests, leading to a successful merge of these two disciplines. The key role of the user springs from the importance of the interaction and use of cultural heritage, a notion that is changing in the areas of action as regards relations between cultural assets and users. Therefore, there is a need to explore and arrive at the various levels of knowledge of the asset, be it a work of art, an architectural artifact, or a complex system such as an area of the town. In this context, AI is the key discipline. It amplifies the development of innovative technologies, tools, and their effective application to the whole humanistic area. At present, museums rely on third-party algorithms off-the-shelf tools to utilize these technologies from technology companies such as Microsoft, Google, and IBM. These sophisticated computer vision tools have been trained using millions of images to create an algorithm that can identify visual trends and patterns. A true image of Iran has been underrepresented by the impact of its politics through media, while the people and cultural heritage of the country are peaceful and rich. This became the main encouragement to write, blog, and interpret the diverse heritage of the country in order to promote reality through artworks and mediate on social media on the account of Museum Matters. On the other hand, artificial intelligence can be considered a great opportunity to take a step further and enrich the cultural experience in a vast perspective for better understanding. In this regard, the implementation of required data as input for machine learning that is trained by curators in order to find hidden insight into artworks in the context of Iran and its heritage based on today's demand is essential to be done. So in this presentation, we are going to discuss about the factors that could implement to analyze Iranian artwork as four impacts of machine vision in the following. First is identifying subject matter, second exactly color composition, then sentiment analysis, and finally recognizing similarity and patterns. Machine vision has become advanced enough to detect the subject matter as object depicted in an image. One of the related works lately is done by a partnership of Microsoft at the Cleveland Museum of Art in the project titled Art Explorer, which used its collection as data by computer vision of AI technology for enhancing the metadata in the collection using AI algorithms powered by cognitive search. The depiction of meaning behind the elements, composition, geometry in an artwork is helpful for a neutral mediation of it, and consequently misinterpretation of cultural resources can be avoided. To illustrate this idea, I take an example of the meaning of perspective and complex geometry in Persian miniature painting, which is a multi-layered, mysterious art form. The more traditional and metaphysical reading of its imagery connects it to the imaginal world and the realm of divinity, and the historical approach addresses its symbolic and mythological aspects. Nonetheless, the mystery is not in the what the painting reveals, but in the language and concealed under the image. So AI is able to show this complexity for a deep understanding of a complex artwork such as Persian miniature painting. If there are unobstructed human faces in an image, machine vision can be used to determine the emotional state of those portrayed by analyzing the facial characteristics. As you can see in any of these photos, it represents, for instance, the amount of happiness, anger, disgust, or fear in any of them. Facial expressions may vary among cultures that is used in response to different social and emotional situations. Therefore, the representation of these expressions can be illustrated differently in the form of art based on culture and spiritual backgrounds. Iran, as a home of Sufism, which is a mystic body of religious practice, still carries the legacy and created a totally different meaning of facial expression, as it involves spiritual factors. To be precise, an example of feeling after samad, a performed ceremony, can consider to represent mediation, prayer, and a state of semi-consciousness, which the person's body usually carried by others that meant helplessness, A frown usually appears on his face, in which the eyebrows brought together, usually indicating displeasure or sadness, while he is not sad at all, and rather relieved and pleased. So a well-trained AI is the solution to avoid misinterpretation and witness the contextualized mediation. The color composition is one method tag that you are unlikely to find in most museum collections databases. Running an object's image through a computer vision tool can extract and output data related to its color cluster and histogram data. The Art Institute Chicago Global Search provides a way to find anything related to the museum in a single comprehensive search tool, such as searching artworks in the collection by color by the computer vision. The history of Iranian art and architecture, the old buildings, and the antiquities discovered by archaeologists show that a particular range of blue has always been used in Iranian handicrafts and architecture from antiquity to post-Islamic history. The number of antiquities found with this blue color was so much that is made the word called this color Persian blue or Iranian blue, which is the suggestive of the sky. When the color Persian blue is used in a religious context on the surface of interior of a mosque, it represents heaven. So by AI, during museum visits, we can take a picture of an artwork and identify the color, and we would realize how many percent is it a Persian art or Iranian art. There are works of art in museum collections that are very similar not just on the object matter but visual composition. A computer can see these relationships and differences and similarities using machine learning and computer vision image tagging algorithm. In March, I think 2018, the Museum of Modern Art MoMA was able to use ML to tag images from its exhibition history to work of art in its current collection, allowing for new links, connection, and resources to be connected between exhibition history images and documentation to its current collection. To take the advantage of AI ability for recognizing similarity among Iran's cultural heritage and show the strong bond of tangible and intangible heritage, I am considering the example of one of the earliest objects dated back 5000 BC from Cheshme Ali Ray, Iran, that depicts dancing in a group shoulder to shoulder as a representation of unity. Iran and its diverse communities such as Kurds, Lurs, Turks, or Azeris, and other ethnic dances are still organized in the same way by the members on different occasions, such as marriage, a New Year event, or spiritual ceremonies. Based on the studied cases and related work that have been done by a well-known museum in the world, this is the time to realize that the artificial intelligence capitalized are not summarizing only in making color index among museum collection, interpreting truthful narration of cultural resources like artworks and heritage sites, and cognition of complex arts, or finding the strong bond between tangible and tangible heritage through ages. Rather, it amplifies and making another search method of cultural heritage in the museum sector globally, as well as creating link and connection among people in the world that consequently raise public awareness, diverse existence, cultures, and communities in the world, break a stereotype, represent a true image, and finally, we would achieve a peaceful world as museum services expand beyond museums walls, which means they become more accessible and interconnected to shape a harmonized society that is diverse, inclusive, just, and democratic.